She would be liberal with other members also. She won't withdraw anybody's name from the list after me. Most probably, our friend would get more time than I do. Madam, thank you for giving me this opportunity to say a few words on Jammu and Kashmir. The speaker who preceded me, Sri Mufti Muhammad Saeed, knows about Kashmir in great detail, and coming from that area, he has given a clear picture of the process that is going on and the minds of the Kashmiris, and also the reason for the Prime Minister announcing the package and why elections should be conducted. I am glad to concur with many of the views expressed by him. I agree with one of the views expressed by him strongly, which has been very much criticized by the Bharatiya Janata Party here. They said that the Honorable Prime Minister had announced a package in regard to holding of elections from Burkina Faso while he was on a visit to the West African country. They said that such a package should have been announced from the Indian oil instead of a foreign soil. I do not understand the reason behind their criticism because the parliament was not in session. Any decision or announcement by the ministers or the prime minister can be made both within India and outside India. Suppose you want to convey an idea, you can do so not only from here but from outside also in these days of fast communication. I do not think that it is such a matter as to be criticized by the opposition. I do not know why they are very sensitive about it. Another matter that they have been criticizing is the name of the Prime Minister of Kashmir to be said in Urdu. They have taken exception to this. I would only say that in 1937, when the provincial governments were there, Tamil Nadu was then called the Madras state. Sri Rajaji was the Prime Minister of Madras province. It is not the first time that a state chief minister is being called a prime minister. Even in 1937, under the Provincial Act, chief ministers were called prime ministers. Even in Canada, as already mentioned, there are states. They are federal. These federal states are going on with even separate flags and separate nomenclatures of prime minister and special powers. Special powers are not an anathema in a federal constitution. We have a unitary constitution. Suppose we want to have a quasi federal constitution. I personally feel that it is advisable for you to have the minds of Kashmiris if at all they want it. You can even give them more powers, maybe under Article 370 or whatever it is. I do not think that it is a great sacrilege. We have been demanding that I am able to have an empathy of it because I represent a political party which is a Dravidian party which has been clamoring for more powers for the states. We have been clamoring for a federal setup within India. It should not be completely unitary. I am very sympathetic with the Kashmiri people. I personally feel that more powers are wanted by them for certain circumstances of their own, and the Prime Minister is willing to concede a certain autonomy and powers to them. He has announced it from Burkina Faso. He has said that Article 370 should continue, more autonomy should be given to them, and all that. I personally feel that he is right in having announced it as early as possible. He also wants elections to be conducted. Now, the argument is twofold: whether the situation is fair and the ground realities are such that elections can be conducted in Kashmir. We all know that it is not completely free and the people are not without fear or terror that elections can be conducted in Kashmir as you can conduct elections in any part of India, maybe in Kerala or Tamil Nadu. Even in some of the states within India, I do not want to name the states, there is still fear of the thugs and criminals, and it is very difficult even now to conduct elections. Even booths are being captured. Not Tamil Nadu, some other state. I would only say that even there the ground realities may not be very fair. The Honorable Home Minister spoke here. He has given a statement in the other house. He has already stated the choice before us is whether we continue to be hostages to the designs of Pakistan and its surrogate extremist bodies, or boldly go forward and take steps which may be taken to bring about peace in the state. We choose the latter option, knowing fully well that there may be no turnout in certain areas of the valley. He accepts that the position within Kashmir is not very good and there are some difficulties and restrictions in holding elections there. Ankit, पढ़ो.